Once upon a time, there lived a little honeybee who was lazy in collecting nectar. Instead, she loved to play with sparrows, hummingbirds, butterflies, and garden fairies. They were all her best friends. Whenever the parents of the honeybee forced her to go outside and collect nectar, she went to her friends to spend time with them. Her parents were worried about the little bee's attitude. They feared the queen might boot the little one out for being lazy. Despite their repeated admonishments, the little bee didn't amend her ways. One day her parents approached her friends and told them about the behavior of the little bee. They hoped that the friends of the little one would help to make her understand her duties. The friends of the honeybee decided they would make the honeybee go to the flower garden to collect nectar, so she could escape the queen's punishment. But convincing her to go to the flower garden was no less than an arduous deal. Whenever they tried to convince her to visit the garden, she made an excuse to escape the idea. Over time, her friends also started to worry about her. Curiosity began to arouse in everyone. At first, everyone thought that because the little bee loved to spend time with friends, her heart didn't seem to be involved in work. But now, when everyone was willing to accompany her in her tasks, there appeared to be no reason for her rigid reluctance. Nobody was there to resolve that riddle except the little bee itself. One day, her friends came up with an idea. They told the honeybee that they had made new friends behind the flower garden. They wanted her to accompany them on their journey to meet new friends. At first, the honeybee got a bit reluctant, but then she agreed. The friends became happy seeing the success of their scheme. They were excited at the thought that they could trap her to collect nectar when approaching closer to the flower garden. The next day, they all set out on their journey towards the garden, but as soon as they reached closer to the flower garden, the little bee started sneezing badly, and after doing several things, the sneezing didn't cease. They all came back thinking the little bee got the flu. After some days, they again planned a trip with the little one to meet new friends. When they reached the garden, the little bee again started sneezing madly. The friends of the little bee took her to Mr. Roger. Mr. Roger was an intelligent old owl in the bee land. When Dr. Roger heard about the issue, he placed the flowers closer to the little bee. As soon as the flower came in front of her, she started sneezing to reveal that she was allergic to flowers. So, that was the issue that kept her away from collecting nectar. The friends of the bee looked at each other in astonishment. The truth came up as a surprise for everyone. When the queen heard about the little bee, she proposed that the little one couldn't go to the flower garden, so she had to guard the honey factory. The little bee was happy with the new position. This time, she performed her duties wholeheartedly. Whenever she got free from her job, she went out to play with her friends, who were equally happy for her.